Good morning, afternoon and evening, my crazies. And my name's Angela, I'm the Crazy Poppy Lady, and welcome back to Crochet Toys 25 Quick and Easy Projects to Make by Emma Osmond. Right, so let's get started by flipping this book over and seeing who published it if we can and how much it's going to cost. Right, so it was you may be able to get a copy of this at www.gmcbooks.com. Okay, let's go to the inside page. This book roughly costs in the UK $14.99. Have we got any other info? Nope, not for the minute. Right, so flip it over. And of course, any information that I find on this book and where you can purchase it from for the UK, and if I'm able to find it from outside of the UK, it will be in the description box down below. If, of course, you've managed to find this in your outside of the UK, please tell me in the description box. In the comments section even down below. That way I will see if I can check it out and I will move the information over so other crazies can of course get this book as well. Right, so here in the UK you can purchase this book for $14.99 and in the US you can get it for, I did see it on the inside cover, $22.95. Okay, so let's turn over and have a look at these. Now they're saying it's Weekend Makes Crochet Toys and we've got 25 projects to choose from. It's by Emma Osmond. Sorry. Now I have done a couple of her projects. I do find them really nice and easy to do, so I would agree that if you have got a bit of speed on you, you should easily be able to knock these out in a weekend if you can get someone else to do your housework and cooking for you. Right. Yeah, I'm that cheeky today. And apologies if my vocals sound a bit awkward. I haven't paid someone else to make this video. I've got the flu at the moment. I'm non-contagious now, but I've got a wibbly wobbly voice. So if you put me on fast forward, oh my word, the chipmunk sounds hilarious. And if you want to do it, I really don't mind, and have a good laugh while you're there. But let's get back. This book was published first published in 2019. Okay, right, so let's jump over. The contents on this one is laid out quite nicely. It starts off with an introduction, crochet basics, crochet terminology and information. Then next up is then all of the different projects that we can make for the wee ones, if you got the wee ones. Okay, so I'm not going to bother reading all that out. It's hurting my throat a little bit, so this video is going to be a bit short today. And we will just jump straight through to having a look at all the introduction and crochet basics. As you can see here, we've got lovely photographic drawings of how to do each of the stitches. How to join pieces together using different stitches. And also how to do it whilst crocheting as well. How to do our magic rings. And then we come on to the terminology. And we've got hook sizes and then of course UK v US terminologies. And what each of them mean as you go along. So if you, for instance, are looking at a pattern book like I do quite regularly with you guys, if you work in US terms and you see that, say, this pattern here looks like it's double single crochet, that's what we would call that. But in the UK it's actually called double crochet. It gets very confusing, but once you realize that that's the code for that stitch, ignore the words and just look for the letters. Really, that's what I do anyway now, because at the moment I'm working through an English book. It's very confusing at times. Right, okay, next up we have got our tension, finishing instructions, pressing your items, and some extra stuff on stitching there. Right, now the first pattern up, they're saying is a nice easy one. It is a loop rattle. So here it is. To me, change the colours around and it would look like a life buoy that you would throw in the water. That's what I see when I see that pattern. Okay, next one up is a comfort blanket. As we can see here, it's quite a nice easy stitch. Most of us will recognise that stitch. The only thing that might cause us some issue is the little teddy bear head, but honestly, single crochet worked in the round. If you've worked a hat in single crochet, you will easily make that, because it's the same principles when it comes to increasing. The only difference being is when it's time to decrease. Are you guys handling the voice? Here we go. There's a really large picture of the cheeky bear. Okay, let me move on to the next item. This is a cloud cot toy. Okay, let's see if we've got a chance for this one. No, this is all, that is all, the pattern is just in written form and no charts. And then it moves on to a Star Mobile. Again, written, no charts. Here we go, a basic teddy bear pattern. Quite sweet, and you could probably knock that up quite quickly if you've got any experience. But as I said, even if you haven't, if you've made a single crochet hat, you'll be able to make him or her, depending on what colour bow tie you pop on. There we go, a cheeky little rabbit. Now, what I would say though is, if you are intending to give this to a child under, say, 5, please don't use safety eyes and safety noses. When they start teething, if their teeth are anything like my kids' ones, they will bite through that and they could easily choke on those safety eyes. So for I would say under 5s, safety eyes are a no-go, especially when you can crochet them and give it a bit more personality with your dodgy crochet eyes. I say dodgy because I never get straight eyes on my crochet toys, but people find it funny. Okay, next one up is some octopus. Now they're saying on this one that you need a skill level, some experience. I think that will be down to the joining methods that they use for the arms, and your ability, of course, to work in the round on a smaller amount of fabric. Hey, it's a giraffe. And this one here, they're saying that the skill level is experienced. Next up is, of course, the elephant, and again they're saying some experience. The experience level, I think they've put that down to how the items are sewn to this. And let me have a look. Do they actually tell you how to piece it together? Not in much detail. Okay, they don't give you sort of placements on the face here. In some patterns they will say attach the nose a row 15 between stitches 17 and 19, and then they'll say for the ears attach the ears at row 97. I'm just pulling out numbers out of my brain cell that's not really anything to do with this pattern, so don't follow them. But that's what I'm saying. They will, some patterns that I've worked will tell you exactly where you need to place them and between what stitches. This book doesn't. See, the experience level, or some experience, means that basically when you come to put this item together, you're going to have to pin it. You're going to have to work out for yourself where you want the ears put, where the nose really needs to go, to make it look like the animal that you want to make. Okay, which is a bit pants. Okay, we've got a unicorn with curly Q hair, which makes a nice change, or at least it did. I've seen similar patterns to this all over YouTube. Just type it in, someone's bound to have come across, made something very, very similar. Next one up is a sensory toy. They're saying that the skill level on this one is easy. You're also going to need more than just yarn for this one. You're going to need a ribbon, fabric, straps for tags, and matching sewing threads and base and things like that. So you're going to need quite a bit for this sensory toy. Just give the kids a plastic drink bottle with rice in it. They'll be happy for hours. Okay, next one up is bean bags. These are quite a nice little idea. And of course you can use them then with maybe some hula hoops out in the back garden, and the kids can chuck them into the hula hoops to gain points. The further away the hoops are, the higher the points are. Something as simple as that can give the kids a couple of hours of peace and of fun and a bit of peace and quiet for you, until it comes to counting up the scores, of course. Then the arguments pursue. But anyway, let's move on. Next one up is some stacking rings. Now with these, of course, you can make the basic stacking ring, and then if you like mucking around with ideas and patterns, you could put some little ears on them, some little faces, or you can put legs on to these rings to create something really cool and crazy, like an animal. Next one up is some stacking cubes. With this pattern here, they're saying that the level is easy, which I would say it looks pretty easy. It's very simple pattern that you're sewing together, and what you could do on top of that is, of course, add some extra items like some numbers or some little animal faces to bring them to brighten them up and make them look more enticing to the children. Now this one is a colour game. Okay, it's worked in a bright medium weight cotton. The baskets and balls are a great way to teach young children about colour recognition, and they will have lots of fun simply throwing the coloured balls into the matching baskets. And if you do it well enough, you can train them to do that with their toys as well, or at least the flipping Lego. Right, okay, let's move on. Here we go. We've got numbered discs. Now, as I was saying to you about the squares earlier, you could use numbers to put on the squares. So this is cool because it looks like you have got numbers 0, I think. Does it say 0? Let me check. 2, number 1 through to, oh, okay, it's not so brilliant. You've got number 1 through to number 5. Okay, so you're nearly there. You've just got to find a pattern for number 6. Okay, so that's numbers 1 through to 5 for that. Finger puppets, if you're insane, make them. If you like working with a really small hook, make them. If you like working, oh, basically I made one finger puppet once, and I swear to never do it again. It was so finicky. They're saying here that the skill level for this one is intermediate. Yes, they are very, very cute. So go on then, I dare you. But for me personally, they're not something that I would make. Oh, you've of course got the pattern for all 4 of these. or you could just make the heads and use them as a ball game. Okay, now we've got a super soft ball. This is perfect for children. Super soft, durable ball can be made in different sizes for smaller children. Use a lighter weight stuffing for older children. Why not put dried lentils inside and turn it into a sealed bean bag? Okay, so the next item up are these Skittles. Make as many as you want, and remember, earlier on in the book, there was also a weighted ball that you can use to knock them all down. Oh look, better picture. And next one up, oh, this looks like it could be fun. And they're saying some experience again for this one. And this is for a little car. It looks a bit like a VW, doesn't it? A VW Mini. Not Mini, oh, just VW, Ange. Little Herbie. For those in the know. Next item up is an aeroplane. They're saying here that the skill level is some experience needed. There you go. That's a bigger picture. Then we have a game of tic-tac-toe. Some of you call it, others call it noughts and crosses. I won't tell you what my family calls it. Right, okay. Next one up is a fishing game. How on earth would that work? This is a cute fishing game worked with in a cotton yarn. The magnets. They've used magnets for this one. I thought they may do. Yes, they stick a magnet in the fish and hope for the fat. And then one at the rod as well. There we go, there's another one of them. And then for them days where you just need to clear it all up at the end, I'm thinking this might be one of the last patterns. No, it's not. Okay, we have a toy basket. So somewhere to put the toys, isn't it? Then we have a doll's house doorstop. And that is that for the patterns. And then of course at the back we have our acknowledgements, and of course where you can possibly get a copy of this book. But as I said earlier on, all information on where you can purchase this book will be in the description box of this video. If you have found this in your country, whichever country that is, if you found it and I don't have details for your country, please think about popping it in the comment section of this video. That way I can transfer that information over so that others can get their hands on this book if there's patterns they want to try. Alright, that is it for me for today. Please remember, stay chilled, stay happy and keep crafting. Goodbye everybody. P.S. It's Flo, but I thought I'd give you guys a giggle.